Hey guys, my name is Haley and welcome to the weekly vlog. I don't think I've ever filmed in here. In the little egg chair. This was my partner's office when we first moved in here. We've had to move out of it because they've had people staying here besides us. But anyways, I just started Lucky Day by Chuck Tingle. I love Chuck Tingle. I love Camp Damascus and I loved Bury Your Gaze. Bury Your Gaze was one of my favorite books of last year. So I just wanted to hop in, start the vlog. I'm very much in a reading mood. I don't know if that's because I just went to a book event. That might be a big part of it. I also have been catching up on BookTube, and that tends to make me more excited about the things I want to read. But this is the first book of the vlog. I also just got several library holds in, including a lot of audiobooks. So hopefully I will find myself in an audiobook mood here soon because I have I think 6 of them out right now, which is a lot. But I just wanted to hop on here, start the vlog, because I have a feeling I'm going to fly through this book. It's only like 200 and some 270 pages, something like that. And I'm just going to take you along with my week. Today is Friday. My video of going to Allie Gordon's book signing went up today. And I'm hoping everybody enjoys that. I had a really, really fun experience, even though I had a weird rant about making friends online, I guess is the rant that I ended up going on. Because I remember how easy it was to make friends on BookTube back in the day. Just as a heads up, if you didn't know, I've had my BookTube for 8 years. And it was really, really easy to make friends on YouTube just by commenting on people's videos back then. But now, I don't know if it's because of COVID. I don't know if it's because of the more individualistic society or what. But it's become a lot harder. And it's also technologically, people watch YouTube on their TVs and it's not as easy to comment. So people aren't interacting as much in that way. Or they just play playlists, which is what I do. And I have to remind myself consciously to go comment on people's videos. But I feel like it's become a lot harder to make friends via BookTube than it used to be. But yeah, that's my mini rant of the morning. But I'm going to go read some of my book, eat some lunch. It's mid-afternoon right now. And then I'll let you know if I get up to anything else more exciting. I have been vaguely super exhausted, and I think it's because my period is coming, TMI. So I have been very low energy since we got back from LA. So I'm probably literally just going to curl up in a ball and read for a couple more hours. So we'll see how soon the updates come. Also, I'm making lunch, but as I mentioned, I've been reading Chuck Tingle's new book. And I will just give you the trigger warning if you're going to read this book, if you are queer. There is so much biphobia in the first 30 pages. And it's so immediate and so aggressive. So know that going in as a trigger warning, because if I had not already heard somebody else mention it, I would have been like, whoa, what the fuck? Because it was a lot. Is it super freaking windy outside? Yes. Am I going to try to read outside here? Am I wearing actual pants? Because it's 80 degrees, but with wind, so it feels like 70, even though I'm in Vegas. Also, yes. But we did have a wind warning today, and the power went out this morning. So we'll see how long I last out here. I think we have 40 minutes till sunset. I'm going to try to read outside. And I also just had to take a broom to all of the chairs. Sorry, I'm trying to block the wind because I'm not going to get the wind blocker, whatever little fluff ball is. I still haven't pulled that out of the package. But what was I saying? Oh, we've been having black widow spiders here. We found one in the house. That's how we found out what they were. And they leave these really messy webs, and they've been all over the backyard. And they have really small children here, so I'm trying to be more diligent about breaking down the webs when I see them, in the hopes that the spiders don't come back in the house. So yeah, I'm gonna read outside and hope that no spiders appear. Also, fight me, this is the best yerba mate flavor. It's the Enlightenment. It does taste like you're eating or drinking spearmint gum. I'm a big fan. My partner keeps getting like the pack of like 3 different flavors from Costco, and I don't like any of the other flavors. This is an issue I have with most drinks, but especially energy drinks. There's always like one flavor that I like of something, and it's usually the most difficult one to find. That gives you a look into how picky I am with drinks. Hello, I'm here for an update, and you're perched precariously on the bed, so apologize for that. I don't even have it because I returned it to the library. I finished Lucky Day. I literally read this in a couple hours. It's only like 240 pages, so there is that. And this is very much, if you liked Bury Your Gaze, you will probably like this one. It's very similar. It also reminds me of, what was the other book that I kept comparing this to? There's a Michael Crichton novel that gave me these same vibes, and I can never remember the name of it. If I can think of it, I will put it up here, that I read years ago. But it's very much Chuck Tingle talking about a lot of issues in society. And I will give you the complete trigger warning, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned earlier, of there's so much biphobia in this. Our main character is bisexual. Her mother has an issue with it, and it gets brought up a couple more times later in the book. Please be prepared for that, especially if you are queer. It is very jarring. It's very mean. It's very hurtful. And the way that people are saying, basically, that bisexuality is not real and that it's just closeted gay people or closeted lesbians. And obviously, as a bisexual, that was very infuriating to read. But obviously, biphobia is a huge issue. But it was very much a Chuck Tingle where it goes off the rails. It becomes really weird, bizarre sci-fi is the best way I can describe his books. Because Bury Your Gaze was very similar. And from what I remember, Camp Damascus also had that. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of Chuck Tingle. I really enjoyed this. I gave this 4 stars. It's a very fun story, especially as somebody who's currently living in Vegas. The majority of this is set in Vegas. And he nailed the idea of it feels like nobody's live here. Nobody lives here, and how there's just nothing out in the desert. As somebody who just did the drive from LA back to Vegas, that drive is nothing but empty desert for like 80% of it. So this was very atmospheric for me and where I am currently living. But I'm going to spend a little bit more time tonight reading The God Delusion. This is deconstructing the idea of religion, especially Christianity, because that's what the perspective this was of Richard Dawkins was. I did start this in my last vlog. I'd never wrapped it up. I'm still reading it. I didn't read any more besides that first time that I picked it up last week. So I'm 42 pages into this. I'm not sure this is very much a binging type of book, so I will probably just pick it up here and there, so I make no promises to finish it in this vlog. But yeah, that's what I'm currently reading. I don't know what I'm going to read next. I downloaded, what's it called? A Short Stay in Hell by Stephen L. Peck. I'm trying to get into the spooky reads because it is October now, even though it's still like 80 to 100 degrees here in Vegas. So I'm not really feeling the fall out in the world, but I wanted to get into some spooky reads. I know this is about hell. I know it's like 100-some pages. I figured it would be a quick read. And because I'm in such a reading mood, that's usually a time period that I really want to read a lot of shorter, quick, easily readable books. So this is next up. We'll see if I actually pick it up next, because as I always say, I am a notorious mood reader. So I'll check in with you tomorrow. We'll see what I actually end up reading.
What was that?
Good morning. It is Sunday morning. I didn't vlog shit yesterday. I think I got a handful of clips. We went to Trader Joe's because I was influenced by a lot of people going to Trader Joe's and getting their fall snacks and fall foods. So we had sweet potato gnocchi last night and we ended up watching the last episode of Nightmare Time, which I'm upset that we actually got through that season so fast compared to how fast we got through the first season, but it also is better quality. But I'm trying to think of what I'm doing. I've been catching up on YouTube today. I'll show you a couple of the things we got from Trader Joe's. I got these brioche waffles that have like sugar pearls in them. These are the pumpkin ones. I wanted to get the normal ones, but I wanted to try everything because, again, moving soon, so I don't want to get a shit ton of food. We also got snickerdoodle cookies. Those are my favorite cookies. If you didn't know, these were actually really good. We tried these in the car. These garlic naan crackers. They're so good. We got some peanut butter chocolate granola. I like to eat that basically as cereal. My partner got hot chocolate, even though it's still kind of incredibly hot here. I have the white truffle potato chips, and then we also ate an entire bag already of the pickle chips. They're basically salt and vinegar, but taste vaguely of pickle. I'm also like super low energy today because I'm pretty sure I'm about to start my period, which I think I already said. Then we got this pumpkin ice cream. It's very pumpkin-y. If you're not a big pumpkin fan, not sure I recommend that because it was super pumpkin-y. And then we have cookie butter. We have 2 of those. We got these Brownie Crisp iced coffee. Brownie Crisp coffee ice cream sandwiches. I know what I'm saying. And then we got these s'mores bars, which look delicious. And then we got macarons back here that I'm not pulling out because getting everything to fit in this freezer was an experience. And then I and everyone who has followed a lot of YouTubers since, I don't follow very many LA YouTubers anymore actually, but back in the day when beauty gurus were a big thing, they always talked about the Trader Joe's dumplings. So I got pork and then 2 chicken ones, which I've had Costco's dumplings and I've heard they're very comparable. So do with that information as you will. Did I get any fridge stuff? Oh yes, we got the pumpkin cheesecake, but it was frozen, so we're thawing it in the fridge. Oh, and I'm excited about these. I'm a big fan of these like sausage things that they have at Aldi too. And Trader Joe's had sweet apple ones, and I love apple things. And then my partner got chicken and green chili tamales. Again, we weren't trying to get a whole lot of food, especially fridge food, because the goal is for us to be out of here within the next 2 weeks. It's been chaotic. And then we got a limeade. I'm a big fan of limeades. What else did I get in here? I think that, oh, we got cheese curds, which we ate last night as well with the sweet potato gnocchi. And then my personal favorite, the apple cider donuts, which is what I ate for breakfast. But I came out here to make myself breakfast or eat something that I already have. I know I have my sushi bowls that I made yesterday. But yeah, that is a quick little belated Trader Joe's haul, in case you're wondering, or have a Trader Joe's near you. I've never lived near a Trader Joe's, and so the concept of me being able to just like go to one that's like not even 10 minutes away, wild to me. But what else happened today? I did laundry yesterday. I'm hoping you can hear me over this. I did laundry yesterday before we left, which is also why I didn't get a lot of clips, because that's what I was doing most of the day, including catching up on YouTube. And I don't know if this is a thing in late summer, early fall Vegas, or I don't know the explanation. Again, this is my first time being this far out west. especially at this time of year. Most of the travel I've done out west has been in the summer, and now we're in like October. But I talked about this with the Black Widows. I'm not sure that this one is a Black Widow, but there is a giant ass looking, it's either a false widow or a Black Widow. I don't want to get close enough to it to find out. Living in the laundry room, that scared the shit out of me both last night and this morning because I had to go get my hang dry clothes. And it literally is like hanging underneath the cabinet when I opened the door. And when the light opened, it like shot up like a fucking horror movie. It was horrific. I don't do spiders. Even as the person who was like the dedicated spider killer at work, because all of my coworkers have always been terrified of spiders. And in one of the places I used to work, we used to get wolf spiders a lot. So I would end up killing them. And the way I kill spiders is by hairspray or any form of like spray. I will spray them to death until they drown, or hairspray until they are like plastered on the floor. And I don't have that option if it's running away from me. So like spiders running away from me, absolutely not my job, not my rodeo. But yeah, I'm going to spend the morning relaxing a little bit. Oh, I have overnight oats. I'm probably going to eat my overnight oats. And then when I pick up another book, I will let you know. I didn't read anything yesterday, and I haven't read anything since I finished the Chuck Tingle book, which I read the other day. Was that Friday? Time isn't real. And we're really starting to get stressed out about the whole moving situation. Finding something affordable in this climate is a lot. And I'm not going to get super into it right now. It's too early for that level of existentialism. I will update you later. Hello, it is at least a full day later. I don't think I filmed very much, if at all, yesterday. But I've taken 2 COVID tests because I do not feel well. And the people we're living with just got back from a trip. So I figured I might have picked something up from them or the kids. But I have 2 negative COVID tests to say that it's not COVID. I don't know what it is. I was going to go get my Novavax this week. And I'm thinking that's not going to happen if I don't feel good, because I know you're not supposed to get all your shots and stuff if you're already sick. That's counterproductive. But anyway, I started This Is My Body by Lindsay King Miller. This is Catholic guilt. Catholic guilt horror possession story. It's very fun. It's not any different from any other possession story that I've ever read. It's very Exorcist so far. I'm like maybe 100 pages into it. And what else am I reading? I finished Piper CJ's book. I'll throw that up here if YouTube lets me put that cover up, because it is a little NSFW, but not completely. It should be fine. And I've been basically in a really big reading mood. I listened to an audiobook and a half. I finished White Evangelical Racism recently, which I loved. It's all about Christian nationalism and what the title possesses of white evangelical racism in general. Loved that one. And then I started, oh no, what's this one called? Another book about Christian nationalism. I have like 4 of them out from the library right now. And me and my partner are perusing Airbnb and all the other rental site places, basically for subletting to hello. And we're working through all of those, finding a place to live. So that's all we've been up to today while I read my Catholic guilt book. But I am going to go finish my peppermint tea because I don't feel well, even though it's apparently not COVID. I figured I would update because it's been a minute. Long time no talk, and this is definitely going to be a shorter vlog because I only have like 20 minutes of footage and it's been a week. But I've mostly been packing. I haven't done any reading in the last 2 days. I've mostly been catching up on YouTube. I tend to do this before I like go on trips, which it's looking like our move's going to be another cross-country one. And that was really not a good time for me on the way here. It was like a 5-6 day journey. And this one's going to be at least like 4 or so. So I've been packing and I have listened to a few audiobooks here and there, but I've mostly been catching up on YouTube because I'm very behind on like not only like booktube stuff but like political content and like being informed, and I don't like being super behind on a lot of those things because obviously we want to stay informed, but also we have to find the balance of not wanting to cry constantly. I'm also like about to start my period, which TMI makes me more emotional, as you might imagine. I am still reading This Is My Body. This is very just like The Exorcist in book form. So there's that. Currently it's out of 3 stars. We'll see how that goes. And I have not started The Night and the Moth, even though I added it to like my Goodreads and Bookly. So that's where we're at on reading. I'm hoping to film a 24-hour reading vlog because I do just want to binge through a couple of my like shorter books in the hopes that if I don't love them, I can just put them in little free libraries before we leave. Which currently the deadline is like 10 days. So I am just packing everything up and hoping everything fits in the car in the way that it did on the way here, which was very stuffed. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm very stressed. That's most of it. But I just wanted to hop on here and give a little update. I'm currently learning about people who left Christianity for certain things, specifically atheism, or in this case, Satanism. Not that I have any interest in that, but I obviously don't know anything about it. I also am like very much in one of those moods where I'm so indoctrinated with Christian nationalism in particular because I'm caught up on the news in those worlds. And as somebody who left spaces like that and has a lot of trauma from it, it's very stressful. Every time I catch up, I'm like, big yikes, I did not leave a cult just for the country to become a cult. But that's literally what's happening. So yeah, if I get back to reading before tomorrow, because I'll probably end this vlog tomorrow night. I usually end them on Thursdays. I'll let you know. I'm gonna sit here and rot in bed for the rest of the evening though. Hello, I'm hopping on here to end the vlog because it's Friday and this needs to go up today. I've edited most of it. But I wanted to wrap up the books that I did read in this. I know I read Chuck Tingle's book, which I talked a lot about, of Lucky Day. Really enjoyed this. 4 stars. I read A Short Stay in Hell, which I don't think I talked about. I mentioned that I started it and that was it. I read it in like 2 sittings. It's like 100 pages. And it is literally the people in hell. And it is the difference. What I really enjoyed about this one was that it was not necessarily a Christian hell, which I really like in hell books. So I do recommend this one. I also gave it 4 stars. Then I read Piper CJ's book, which is Cruel Honey. This is very much Eat the Rich. And that's all I'm going to say about that. It's a slasher. It was very fun. It's also relatively short. It's like 250 pages. And then I finished White Evangelical Racism, which I was listening to on audio and have been for a while. Finally finished that one. What else did I read? Oh, I read the This Is My Body, the Catholic horror exorcist book. Catholic Guilt. It was fun. It's not the best possession story I've ever read. I finished it very quickly. I gave it 3 stars. Don't necessarily recommend that one unless you really want a book that's exactly like The Exorcist. And then I quickly read the 90-page Allie Hazelwood, Hot for Slayer, which is about a vampire and a vampire hunter, which I read the other morning. And then now I'm going to go start my horror reading vlog because I haven't read or even done a vlog of specifically horror things, and it's the month of October and we're almost halfway through the month. So I'm going to go do that. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, go leave me either like the blood drop emoji or a knife emoji in the comments down below. Thank you all for watching, and I will see all of you guys next time.